and welcome to your number one news source for all that nerd-ish on Pornhub and everywhere else you can find podcasts, the Creatia Conversation. I am your host, the patron saint of podcasting, the warden Matt Ritter, which means I should be on the left. And I am here with my co-host this morning, Lord Cussalot Travis Pointer, a.k.a. the Dragon King, a.k.a. Big T, a.k.a. Sweet T, a.k.a. T-Money, a.k.a. Black Merlin, a.k.a. the HNIC.
What's happening?
I don't know why, but it feels like it's been a long time since we've done something together, because Mondays are normally our days. We didn't have this last Monday, so...
Didn't we do Friday?
No, I think I did Friday with Mara.
No, you did Thursday with Mara.
Yeah.
I did Friday with Mara. You're right.
Yep.
You're right.
So, yeah, no, we didn't have Friday. So, it's been over a week. How you been?
It has
been playing.
Kobe's here. What's going on, kid?
Oh, that's that redheaded stepchild of Creatia World. That nobody, him and John
just disappeared on us. Yeah. I still see him every week, but
Well, that's because you live by him, don't you?
I mean, that's not why, but I do kind of like a few hours away.
What you been playing? What you been doing? What you been watching?
I mentioned yesterday I finally got a little bit of my time back. So I have time to do things. I haven't played as much Legend of Dragoon as I've wanted to. But I have played a little bit more Marvel Snap. And it
does that.
Yeah. You're right. We did not see him this week. Normally he's in one of my D&D campaigns. So normally I would see him then, but we didn't play this week because I had something else come up, so I couldn't.
You roped him into that shit too, huh?
Yes. And just like everybody else who I pull into it, he fucking loves it.
D&D is like an STD and you are a super spreader. You're just giving it to everyone who will take it.
Yes. And the difference is once everybody gets a taste, they love it. So it is what it is.
Anything else?
Anyway,
Marvel
Snap, yeah. Nothing else new. I'm still working through Picard with Amani. I mentioned yesterday too that I'm worried because it's just like, oh shit, I'm never gonna get to The Last of Us. I don't know if you heard the show yesterday or saw the show. There's a new Star Trek game coming out on the 23rd. And
with Riker.
I'm all the way in on that shit. And Final Fantasy comes out next month. So it's just like,
dude, I feel you because I want to play Jedi Survivor. I'm still trying to finish Hogwarts. I got Avada Kedavra. I think I talked about that on Friday.
You did.
And I haven't played since because the other thing I've been doing is rebuilding all of my Lego sets. But because I modified all of them, like I had a Iron Man's armor room and I connected it to the Battle of Wakanda from Endgame. So it's like, it's part of the building, the fence and everything. And Siri's back there. She's got a little computer. And then I connected them so that it ran and it looked like Iron Man had his throne room behind the wall. Like I did all this stuff. And I had to modify everything and take pieces and everything like that. So now I'm trying to put it back the way it's supposed to be because I can't have my setup like that anymore. And I'm trying to find all the pieces that I'm missing to get shit back together. And it's not working out.
Good luck.
Good luck. Exactly. I know,
especially when a move is involved in all that. That's what throws it all off because once you move, you never really know where stuff is. You can guess, and usually you're right, but a lot of times that's not where you put it, and it's like, oh shit, where is it?
No, I agree. However, as far as I know, everything got here, and I kept everything together, so it's just a matter of breaking things down and finding what the leftover pieces are. But outside of finding the Black Panther that came with it, I do have the Wakanda set up and the Iron Man armor suit set up. I also have the Avengers Tower done and 2 Avengers building play sets done as well. I built Thanos' gauntlet the other day and I put it up by my Marvel movies, giving the middle finger, and I posted that on TikTok. If you go to at Smack and Raw on TikTok, you can go check that out. As well as some Lego dinosaur skeletons like you'd see in a museum.
Go wrong with dinosaurs.
Exactly. So I've got all that, but I still haven't finished Harry Potter to do that. I have that. I still am working my way through fucking my second replay of Final Fantasy 7 remake.
Oh, you're playing the remake.
Stuff, and then the new one's coming out. There's like so much shit. I just don't have
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. That's just what I was saying. Like Kobe, like Jedi Survivor is great. No doubt it is. I still haven't played Fallen Order though. And the thing is, I'm like, I'll get to that after I finish Legend of Dragoon. Then I realized it took me longer to get through Legend of Dragoon than I thought. And now it's just like, fuck. Well, that's not happening because I'm not waiting for Final Fantasy. So that's not happening. So once that comes out, that's what I'm playing. And stuff gets put on the back burner again. Yeah. Maybe we'll get a time when there's nothing that's big that's coming up, but it won't be because soon after that, we haven't gotten the official announcement yet, but rumor has it that Spider-Man 2 is coming out in September. So it's just my life is full.
Yeah. As far as watching stuff, weirdly enough, like the last 3 nights, I've been on a little bit, like I've been building Marvel sets, but I'm not watching like Marvel movies like Captain America or Wakanda Forever or anything like that. I started watching the X-Men movies, but like in a weird order. So I watched X2 because X2 is my favorite.
Okay.
And then I watched, because they went to Alkali Lake and everything, I watched X-Men Origins Wolverine, despite how bad it is.
On purpose?
Yes, despite how bad it is, because it was a thing. And then I was going to watch Logan, but I decided instead to watch New Mutants because I actually really like that movie, and I don't think it gets the credit it deserves. It actually wasn't as bad as Fox made it out to be, and I hate that it took so long to come out. I really enjoyed New Mutants. So then I watched that last night, and I started Logan. So,
yeah. Well, Logan's the best one on that whole list, but,
Logan is, but I feel like Logan's different than like the X-Men franchise. And
yeah,
X2.
That's why it's better.
Yeah, I agree. But X2 is still, I think,
of
the series, my favorite X-Men movie in general. Like First Class was really good. Days of Future Past was really good.
Yeah, they were
Phoenix
both good.
Sucked. Apocalypse sucked.
Apocalypse made me laugh.
But,
it was one of those it was a so bad it's funny to me kind of thing. He's like, they're still going. Okay,
yeah, they're still gonna try this, and it's not working.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's been it for me. What's up, Jess? Well, you mentioned it. Let's get into some. Oh, I thought you were gonna sing Newsy Time for me.
Oh, my bad. Newsy Time.
Thank you. Marvel Spider-Man 2 has a free prequel announced by PlayStation. So this came to us from
Gaming
Bible.
Yeah.
Kate Harold. And it's not the prequel that you guys think it is. So if you're excited, you're like, oh, they're gonna give us a free prequel game. It's not a game. It's not a game. Even though it's announced by PlayStation. So we don't have an exact release date for Marvel Spider-Man 2, like Travis said, but it's launching later this year. And according to Venom actor Tony Todd, which is one of the only reasons I might play this, because I love me some fucking Tony Todd as a giant horror nerd.
Right, because you really don't fuck with Spider-Man like that.
I do not. Spider-Man 2 will swing onto our consoles in September. I don't fuck with Spider-Man so hard that outside of Tom Holland being in the MCU, which makes his movies all, in my opinion, superior, I preferred the Amazing Spider-Man movies over the OG trilogy.
You mean you're not going to get an argument with me on that one? Yeah. I'm not really attached to any of those.
Yeah. I just know a lot of people are like, oh, but Tobey Maguire was the best Peter Parker. And I'm like, yeah, but Peter Parker fucking sucks.
Who said that?
A lot of people.
Well, I mean, they're wrong, but it's okay.
No, Peter Parker sucks as a character. I preferred him kind of slightly cooler the way Andrew Garfield played him, and Andrew Garfield was way better Spider-Man in my opinion. But anyway, that's yet to be confirmed by Insomniac Games. The release will see Peter Parker and Miles Morales team up, and Spidey actor Yuri Lowenthal has teased that the title is astonishing. Going off how incredible both games in the series have been so far, I believe that. While we wait for a full reveal and trailer, though, PlayStation has confirmed a free prequel that will set up Peter and Miles' upcoming caper. There is one catch. It's a comic as opposed to a playable DLC, but they feel like if you enjoy the Spider-Man series, chances are you're probably a fan of comics too. And over on Twitter, PlayStation announced that the prequel comic will be released for free as a part of Free Comic Book Day, which is coming this weekend, Saturday, May 6th. So in 2 days, you will be able to get your free prequel to Spider-Man 2, setting up its eventual release sometime later this year.
Yes.
And figure out how this is all coming together.
Yeah, it's from what I also know, it's also going to be the villain is going to be the Hood. I don't know if you're aware of who the Hood is, but he's a villain. He's got these guns he uses, or a gun. I don't remember if it's one or two, but it's like,
so he's
just,
Marvel's Red Hood.
No.
Okay.
So he has a gun, but he's like has this thing where he's like possessed by a demon, and he like uses the gun as like a conduit for his demon power and all that kind of stuff. There's a whole thing there.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I could get behind that. Like I said, based on Tony Todd voicing Venom, I may pick this game up anyway. I should probably play the other two, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not going to.
It's fine. Miles Morales is fun. It's a shorter one, but you still get all the Spider-Man stuff with more powers. Like he has more shit that he can do than the regular Spider-Man, which makes it more fun to me. But yeah, Free Comic Book Day is also a thing. Y'all go to the comic book stores, get a free comic book, and maybe buy something while you're there too. Support local comic shops and all that. Keep them going, because if it weren't for them, we wouldn't have these Marvel movies and all that kind of stuff. If it weren't for places like that, so participate in Free Comic Book Day while you're there. Maybe pick up a comic or two, help support these places, and keep them in business and keep it all going. Keep this whole thing rolling.
You know what else might help them with that, Travis?
What would help with that?
Go to our Patreon at patreon.com/CreatiaWorld, because for $1, you get Multiverse with Travis and Mara, where in the past, they have taken the comic book origins of some of the characters and talked about them through movies and animated films and things that they have done. They've delved into the comics. They've delved into the animated movies, all of these things. DC, and you guys have done a little bit of Marvel too, right?
We haven't done any Marvel yet. We're still working away
through
DC, but we will do Marvel as well, yes.
Yeah. So DC now, you'll get to Marvel, but if you're a comic book fan, for $1, outside of Super Flash Year of Tomorrow, which we had, there is Creatia Comics. It is over on Patreon for $1, and there's a whole back catalog to get you filled up on all things DC comic books and animated series. So, Well, and also you can listen to me and Travis talk about WCW, every now and then, once a month, plus the entire back catalog of that all the way to the first Nitro, and let Travis bask in the glory of my anguish of having to watch Hulk Hogan over and over and over again.
This next stretch of stuff leading up to the Halloween Havoc, if I remember correctly, there is so much Hulk Hogan.
So if you're like Travis and you want to see me in fucking pain, go to Patreon, pay $1, and you will get plenty of it. Plenty of angry.
We know that's the pay-per-view where he's facing Piper in the cage, so he's got to have some promos and shit. So I'm just like, I think there's going to be a lot of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. We got a bunch of video game related trailers, Travis. Like a bunch. Yeah. So I'm going to start with this one because I found this, I added it, and I started watching it, and I was really intrigued, but I have no idea what it is.
Okay.
So I'm very curious.
Not yet rated.
My king. At Steward rules a populace who call themselves the Tribe of the Dawn. They are primitive people. They gather wood and reeds to build their structures, and use clay and bog iron to improve them.
This feels like Age of Empires. But like a darker Age of Empires.
Like all simple folk, they're compelled by survival to leave the comfort of the village. Many dream of adventure, but the surrounding woods are uninviting.
Okay. Not quite. Okay.
Death and pain await in the wild. Evil creeps and crawls through the dark recesses of their minds.
Maybe. Okay.
Your subjects are only human, and as such, their minds and bodies can be broken.
I know that
In
appeals.
trying times, the people pray for aid. They
What'd you
have a
say?
witch who
I said I know
whispers
that appeals
powerful
to you. My God.
spells, blessing the tribespeople or cursing their foes. But even divine assistance may not be enough. They can only watch as their wooden settlement crumbles to dust. One after another.
This settlement you speak of, what do they call it?
GORD. Okay.
So I'm assuming that it is a PC game because that was an announcement for it coming to console.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I'm not familiar with it. But the little bit I watched, I was like, this seems like something that is A, going to appeal to Travis.
Yes.
B, also, I like what was that old school dungeon crawler? John
Gauntlet?
Golden
Axe?
I think so. No, I think it was Gauntlet. I know John and I played a few old school dungeon crawlers that kind of look similar to that, and it also with worse graphics, but has a similar feel to like what you look at when you play Diablo.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very intrigued by that. And I'm like, I want to check this out and see what it's actually about. And as I said, there was also a really cool game called Black and White that was on PC.
I was just going to bring that up. I'm like, this makes me think of. I didn't know if you remember Black and White, but it's like
I do.
a combination of Black and White and Age of Empires. And
That's
I'm
why I
like,
love you.
I was definitely going to bring that up because I'm like, I wonder if he remembers Black and White.
Like,
But yeah.
you and I are the only two people that have these like random, like perfect obscure memories of stupid shit. Where like, and we're thinking about it at the same time.
What's funny about it is I don't think we ever actually had a conversation about that game before. We probably just both had it.
Probably. And I didn't even own it. I think I borrowed it from my cousin after he had like gotten done with it, and my computer could barely fucking run.
I
it.
remember when that came out because before it came out, I had another video game magazine that was talking about it in it. Yeah, magazines, people. Back in the day, you found out about upcoming stuff and video games from magazines, and reading all about it and what the game was and all that, and waiting for it to come out. When it finally came out, going to get it and having no idea what the fuck I was doing for like the first 2 weeks that I had the game, and then finally figuring it out.
That was a cool fucking game. I kind of wish that we'd get an updated version of that. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I
I probably still play that older version of it right now, to be quite honest with you.
I know this computer could run it, so I might too.
I'll look on Steam and see if it's there. Just
that
curiosity.
Randomly every now and then I want to go back and just find a copy, even though it was on fucking floppy disk, of Extreme Warfare 9000. I did have torrent downloads and everything of Extreme Warfare, but not 9000, not the one that we spent most of our time playing. Like they had different versions that came out. I know it's a fucking like why in 2023 would I want to play a text-based wrestling simulator?
About to say we had on a fucking disc. Yeah.
Because it reminds me of my childhood and so much fun that we had sitting at the computer, coming up with shit.
And just reading what it said happened.
Yeah. That's why. But yeah, so we've got GORD, and then you dropped a trailer for Armored Core 6.
Yeah, do you remember Armored Core?
I don't. So I'm gonna check this out and see if it refreshes my memory.
My history with Armored Core is very, I think, similar to a lot of people. I never played the full game of this. I played it on a demo disc back in the day that I got with my original PlayStation. So that's the extent of my time with Armored Core. I always wanted the full game, but I never got around to actually getting the game itself because, one, I was a child that didn't really have his own money yet, and also when I did, there were other things that I wanted more. So it was just, you never got around to it. But I'm an adult, so now I can, do those kinds of things.
And if you guys want to check out all these trailers, they're all available at youtube.com, which is where you can also find us at youtube.com/Creatia World. And if you're watching us over there, we appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when we go live every single day of the weekdays, not the weekends, but I'm also pretty much live randomly over the weekends. I'm working out if Getting Off is coming back this weekend or next weekend. I've got a busy weekend and it's Backlash this weekend, so we'll see.
I'm considering doing more streaming and all that kind of stuff with games and everything. Like if I get that Star Trek game, I'm gonna stream it. So
it wouldn't be till 11 o'clock at night, Travis. So that's when I do my things.
No, I'm just talking about other times that we'd be live. That's all.
Yeah. So you can check that out there. And speaking of live game streaming and all of the games that we're watching, that's what Twitch is known for. And we are also live if you're watching us over at twitch.tv/Creatia World. And if you have an Amazon gaming or an Amazon Prime account, you can link your Amazon Prime gaming to your Twitch account and you get one free sub a month. You don't have to pay for that. You can give to your favorite Twitch streamer, which should be us. But if it isn't, make sure you give it to whoever it is. Support these content creators and give that Amazon money to them. Don't let them keep it. They get enough of our money. Let's take some back from them.
Mm-hmm. Don't let Jeff Bezos just keep Scrooge McDucking with your money. Make him use it.
Yeah, let's check out this Armored Core 6 trailer. Core 4, it rhymes. Fires of Rubicon.
We're close to Rubicon. Wake the dog up.
Handler Walter Verico. Activating cerebral coral control device.
Is it weird that anytime I hear anything that ends in ON, I think of Transformers? Rubicon, Omnitron, Galvatron, Megatron.
There was, I'm pretty sure, an episode of Beast Wars that had the word Rubicon.
I think it did.
Why do I remember that? I don't know.
Augmented human C4621 has awakened.
Beast Wars.
Indeed.
Okay. Got some mechs, a little bit of mech warfare.
And it's all, from what I understand, like really detailed. You fully customize how you want your mech to work down to, like, see that one's got 4 legs, like that's an option. You can have it like on tank like wheels kind of thing, or all kind of stuff. Customizing the weapons, colors, decals. There we go.
Yep.
And this is From Software. Those of you who like Souls games, Kobe, I'm talking to you. Yeah, same people.
And people's what?
The Souls games like Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Elden Ring.
Interesting. You ready to climb the wall?
Call sign Raven. Priority subject for termination. High on the list.
A coral was sourced from the generator. Watch out.
Why hide behind another's call sign?
Let's see how far they can fly. On borrowed wings.
August 25th. Okay.
You know what? That actually looked really cool. I am not going to lie to you. And I don't know why. Maybe it was the tank wheels, because the tank was my favorite character, and you know this. And you guys just recently talked about the TV show coming, but it just made me miss Twisted Metal so much. And I'm so mad that I haven't had a Twisted Metal game to play since Twisted Metal Black came out.
Maybe we'll get one because of this show. Like maybe
so,
this next
so bad, Travis.
So we like I said, there's a rumored PlayStation showcase supposed to be happening this month, if not next month. But during that time, during that showcase, if they say, yeah, we're bringing back Twisted Metal, let me tell you, sir, I will lose my shit.
We will lose our collective shit. If they announce it, it's on like a Saturday, you let me know. We will just come out and lose our shit together.
Oh yeah. If it's at a reasonable time, we are definitely going to be doing live watch along for that. We're already going to be doing it for the Xbox one next month. Yeah. But yeah.
I don't know why I've really so I got Zoe to start watching Transformers. I'm pretty sure it's because Rise of the Beast is coming out. I've been on kind of a Transformer kick, right? So I got Zoe to start watching the Transformers movies. She actually really liked them. I think it's all the explosions and the Michael Bay-ness for a child is
lots of things happening on the screen. Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, what happened to that robot, Daddy? It's so cute. But so we were watching some of those, and then I told you I got Thanos' gauntlet, like a Lego gauntlet. So what happened was one of my Lego dinosaurs was missing a piece, and I looked through everything. I could not find the piece. So I said, fuck it, I'm going to order it. But it was 6 cents. I went to the Lego store to find it, and they didn't have like a loose thing of them like they do for a lot of them because I went to the one in the mall. I didn't go to like Legoland, which I should have done. So I'm like, I'm just going to order it online, but I couldn't justify spending like $4 in shipping on a 6 cent piece. So I was like, I got to buy something else. And what I was going to buy, what I really wanted to buy, but was out of stock, was a Lego Optimus Prime that actually transforms into the cab of the truck and then back into the robot. And I'm like, that's pretty fucking cool. And I don't know why Lego hasn't done more of those, because I would have bought all of those. Where the fuck was that? And I don't even really like Optimus Prime. But he's not my favorite Transformer. Most of my favorite Transformers are Beast Wars, and then it's like Bumblebee and some of the ancillary characters. It's not really Optimus.
Yes. Yeah.
Actually, a lot of the Decepticons. But I would 100% because that's fucking cool. So I've been on that. Now you show me Armored Core, and that's fucking Max. And I'm building,
You ever, I know because you're a Lego person. Did you ever get into the Bionicles?
I did not.
Okay.
So I got into Legos really, really late in life. Like within the last 5 years, 5 or 6 years, I got into Legos. It wasn't until after I think Kate and I got married, and one of her cousins was really into Legos. And I got intrigued going over to their house and checking out all the cool shit he bought. And I started looking at stuff. And then I started buying stuff. But everything I buy is like based kind of around the stuff that I enjoy. So like I have a whole bunch of Harry Potter stuff, a whole bunch of Star Wars stuff, and a whole bunch of Marvel stuff. And that's mostly what my collection is focused around, is these sets. I do have a Batcave and some Batman stuff as well. But so that's mostly what I've been doing, is my fandom shit.
I don't even know if they still even do Bionicles. I think they may have, phased that out, but
not that I can think of. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Now you're showing me Armored Core, so now I'm kind of hyped for that because that looks cool. Because I never really got into like Gundam or any of that, the mech suit shit. But I'm starting to be really intrigued by it. So
if you find the right one, it'll hook you in. Because I think it was it Mobile Suit Gundam or Gundam Wing? Whichever one of those was my first one that I watched, and I was like, oh, this is this, more of this. Or that show, God.
That is today. It is Star Wars Day.
It is.
We don't have any Star Wars news. Fuck.
No, but actually there is something on Disney Plus that came out today. And I don't remember if I did not put it in the news. I saw it like 3 days ago and forgot. There's a Simpsons short in the on Disney Plus that's like Maggie flying around in like Grogu's little thing.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't remember exactly what it is. But yeah, there's a Simpsons special that's on Disney Plus today. But
yeah. My piece de la resistance, Amani, for Star Wars is Darth Vader's castle, which I have high on my priority list. I'm trying to like go by sets, so like I'm trying to get through all the Marvel stuff, and then I'll do the Star Wars stuff because a lot of that's smaller, except for Darth Vader's castle, and then I'll get to the Harry Potter stuff because that's way more. Like I bought the entire Hogwarts castle over time, and I need to not only rebuild them all, but then connect it and configure it and figure out where the fuck I'm gonna put it. So that's gonna take a little more time, which is why I laid off on that for last. But I want to get everything else up. But yeah, no, Darth Vader's castle, Lego Star Wars, it's fucking dope. We got one more game trailer for I Am Future, and it's an official gameplay trailer. I don't know why I pulled it up that way. So let's check this out.
Hello, and welcome to I Am Future, a cozy base-building survival game that places you in the shoes of the last remaining survivor on a planet that has been flooded by a series of devastating tsunamis. You were lucky to have been put in a hibernation pod and survive the catastrophe. Now, stranded on the rooftop of a skyscraper, you have the whole planet at your disposal.
Oh, there's a free demo on Steam.
What do you do in a desolate megalopolis when you have all the time in the world? Build a comfy base and chill, obviously, but feeling comfy is only possible when your stomach's full. Ain't that right, future dweller? Eating properly is as important as ever, but food has to come from somewhere, with food production gone forever. We will tell you about farming and fishing, skills that will help you survive comfortably in I Am Future. Let's start with farming. It's the basic skill that you will have to master in order to live a well-fed life in your new post-apocalyptic home. Start by building garden beds and then plant seeds into the soil.
So you're the only person for this entire game.
So
all alone.
You just plant seeds and wait. Is it that simple? Well, not really. Plants need water to grow and flourish. In a city flooded with salt water, getting fresh water is a must. Our team believes that the mechanic of...
Hold on a second. So I'm the only person, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only one is no other people. So obviously, like I said, you're going to have to masturbate. Like,
oh, you definitely. Yeah,
yeah,
that's going to be a thing.
Probably take up most of my time. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to go to Adam and Eve, but maybe there's a leftover Adam and Eve like warehouse or something where you can go find some, fleshlights and things to assist you. And hey, when you're by yourself,
somewhere.
I was gonna say, when you're by yourself, maybe you start exploring and experimenting with shit. And if you want to experiment with shit at home, you have the option to go to adamandeve.com. Adam and Eve is the nation's largest marketer of adult products with millions of satisfied customers in the United States and all over the world. Founded in 1971, Adam and Eve is also one of the oldest names in the rapidly evolving adult industry. For more than 50 years, they have built up a reputation as a trusted and reliable adult toy store that takes pleasure and privacy seriously. When you want to shop erotic toys, Adam and Eve has it all. Men, women, straight or gay, and anywhere in between, even in a post-apocalyptic dystopian future where you're the only man or person left alive. Adam and Eve has the adult toys you're looking for, including but not limited to vibrators, dildos, anal sex toys, bondage toys, couples toys, lube, sexy gifts, and accessories. Unlike other adult stores, Adam and Eve stands behind all their products and offers a no questions asked return policy. So whether you bought a dildo, sex swing, or a penis ring, you can get a refund within 90 days if you're not 100% satisfied. Just go to adamandeve.creatiaworld.com and use code erotica to receive 50% off one item plus free shipping on orders of $49 or more. It's adamandeve.creatiaworld.com and use code erotica to receive 50% off and free shipping. Travis, where can they find that link?
It's in the description.
It is. All right, let's see if this guy figures out how to masturbate.
Desalination adds to the realism of surviving the post-apocalypse. Later in the game, you will be able to automate watering by setting up an irrigation system, and the fruit collecting routine can be delegated to robotic helpers. They'll replenish your food supply.
You got robot.
You got robot.
Well, you're definitely sticking the fleshlight into view. There you go. Boom. Problem solved.
Being a good farmer means making sure that your crops are
just
intact.
Waited 30 seconds.
It includes driving.
There's a crawling fleshlight.
The most common
they can actually move, so you don't even have to move the fleshlight with your own hands.
That sneaky guy is covered in contagious goo. It can infect your plants.
Yeah, it sucks.
Craft a torch to lure them away. build a fence, and make sure to use special bug sprays. We have more pests in our development plans. Slow but persistent caterpillars, dangerous hornets, and more.
Why?
So much for a chill base building game, huh? But nah,
So much
just
for that.
kidding. These little vermins won't disrupt your cozy livelihood much if you set up all necessary defenses, and you will be able to sleep soundly at night. In the future, we will add more types of plants to the game. The almond, the chili pepper, coffee beans, root vegetables, and more.
Gotta have the chili peppers.
Some foods must be prepared for consumption by cooking. An upgrade system will also be implemented, allowing you to make crops grow faster. More specifically, generator-powered UV lights. Oh, and one more thing. You'll also be able to plant trees on your rooftop. As far as eyes can see, your cozy rooftop base is surrounded by the sea. Any ideas for leisure time? How about some old-fashioned fishing? We felt this mechanic would fit right in, considering that it's both a relaxing activity
like
and a means to
Animal
get
Crossing,
food.
I guess?
Speaking about food,
I
multiple
would guess so,
species
yeah.
of fish
I never actually
thrive
played
in the
Animal
waters,
Crossing, but I've
just
seen some of
begging
it
to
and,
be
you know,
feasted
heard
on.
about
All
it,
you
yeah.
need is a fishing rod and a lure. It's up to you what to do with the catch. Cook a hot dinner, test your luck and use it as a lure for another round of fishing, or trade rare fish species for advanced tools.
Trade with who?
It's not only the fish that you can catch, though. Since the
That's a
whole
very
planet
good
has
question.
been flooded, there are plenty of supplies floating around. Metal, plastic, and even equipment. We needed a way for future dwellers to cover their needs for building and crafting, so fishing for useful junk works from both a gameplay and narrative standpoint. See you in the future. A demo is available now. Check out our demo on Steam and add the game to your wish list. I Am Future is coming on August 8th later this year.
All right. I have questions now because
So do I. But
you can trade, but it
Yeah.
doesn't say trade.
I don't
And they
know
said
what you
future
tr-
dwellers. So I'm assuming they were just referring to people playing the game.
Yeah, I think so.
But it makes it sound like maybe there are more people out there and we're just in an isolated area. Also, you can catch fish, which means other animals might exist.
Yeah, I mean, there's fish, there's bugs, so.
Well,
probably.
the bugs were robotic. I don't think the fish are robotic.
Oh, they were robotic. Okay.
Yeah,
Where the fuck did they come
look like
from then? Who
robots.
made the robo bugs?
Who made the fucking robo fleshlight? I don't know. I have questions, but what might make that game a little more fun, Travis,
What?
is if you had a little companion by your side to help you run around, you know, like a
Makes
dog.
sense.
And while you might not have it in the game, you may have one at home and you want to take care of your furry friend, go to dog.com. Dog.com is your online dog supply shopping and information destination. Everything your dog needs, from toys to treats and food, is available, including collars and leashes. They even have outdoor gear and water safety gear for your furry friends. So go to dog.creationworld.com to receive up to 64% off your order today. That's dog.creationworld.com. And I bet you guys can guess where you can find that link.
In the description.
In the description. All right. Let's get to our other lead story. Hulu. This comes from comicbook.com. Hulu exec reveals why Futurama fans should be excited for Revival. I am personally hoping it's more wrestler Leela in that bathing suit. But anyway, Futurama is currently gearing up for a second major reveal with Hulu coming later this summer. One of the major executives at Hulu has revealed why fans should be excited to see the animated series come back for new episodes. Futurama has plenty of experience with major revivals, as it's notably been canceled and brought back for new episodes a couple of times through its tenure so far. Futurama is now getting ready for its third and most prominent revival. However, it will be properly entering the streaming era with a new batch of episodes later this year. Futurama is now returning from cancellation for its third official time with Hulu this summer, and Hulu Vice President of Animation Kelsey Parker opened up about the upcoming revival series in a special interview with Emmy Magazine, detailing that while Futurama has been rebooted before, this new Hulu series is teased as a fun evolution of Futurama that fans will still need to see when it finally debuts. People should be excited because it's a fun evolution of the series. It's a show that's been rebooted so many times, Parker said, but somehow it still works and still feels like it's a show that we need. Futurama has been revived by Hulu and has been picked up for 20 episodes overall. The first season of the new Futurama series is scheduled to debut with Hulu sometime this summer, and has yet to confirm any concrete release date for the new episodes just yet. The episode titles for the first wave of revival episodes have been revealed for the new Futurama, however, and breakdown as such. The Impossible Stream, Rage Against the Vaccine, Zap Gets Canceled, The Prince and the Product, Related to Items You Viewed, Children of a Lesser Bog, How the West Was 1010001, I Know What You Did Last Christmas.
Xmas,
Christmas, same thing.
No, Futurama is not.
Okay. Parasites Regained and All the Way Down. Yes, because there's the evil robot Santa Claus.
Yeah.
I know. Futurama is one of those shows that if it's on, I will sit down and watch it, but I've never like sat and watched it from beginning to end all the way through. But anytime it's on, I get lost in it, in Bender and Leela and Fry and the mob robots and all of the weird shit that's going on. I don't know how I feel when a network executive says it's a fun evolution of a series that you love, because that means they're changing some shit.
And they might be changing shit that you love about it. I know.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it is one of those shows that like I can't say that I ever like actively think about, I want to watch Futurama. It's one of those things I kind of stumble on again every now and then, but every time I do, I'm just like, yeah, I like this.
And now that it's on streaming on Hulu with these new episodes, anytime I need like a background filler, I can just go to Hulu and pop it on and let it play in the background and kind of enjoy it as I'm doing whatever I'm doing, which will be nice. I really enjoy the episode titles, though. It kind of reminds me of South Park, you know, with the pop culture references or the current
events,
current event references that we've got there with vaccinations and streaming and all sorts of shit. So, I mean, I'm down. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, me too.
All right. You a Babylon 5 fan?
Not especially. I remember it existing, and I remember seeing it on TV sometimes when I was watching TV. Not like because I was looking for it, but it was on.
It's one of those weird things because, like, people I know, like, I know you love Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy Star Trek. I don't think I love it on the same level that you do, but I really enjoy watching it and all of that. And then I've got friends like John, I believe, watched all of Babylon 5, but I know his brother Jordan did. And like they were maybe that was Battlestar Galactica. Maybe also Babylon 5. But like
I know more about Battlestar Galactica than I do about Babylon 5.
And Battlestar Galactica is the one that has a movie with John Travolta in it, right?
Yes.
Okay. But I know these shows have their cult fan bases, like they're diehard fans who love Babylon 5, who love Battlestar Galactica, who love Star Trek, who love Star Wars, even though, in my personal opinion, it's the bigger of the franchises of these space-related TV shows. Also, Stargate, SG-1, like all of these things have these diehard fans.
John Travolta was on Battlefield Earth.
Wow. Babylon 5, Battlefield Earth, Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah. Stargate.
Stargate.
Kurt Russell, you know.
And then they had Stargate SG-1, which was the TV show. But we have a new Babylon 5 movie coming. This, again, is from comicbook.com. This time, Jamie Lovett. But it is a Babylon 5 animated movie that is on the way. The news comes straight from Babylon 5 creator J. Michael Straczynski, who not only confirmed the movie's existence, but that it's already complete. Further details will come out next week from Warner Brothers Animation and Warner Brothers Home Entertainment, with latter involvement suggesting that Babylon 5 movie will see a direct-to-home media release rather than a theatrical one. This news, teased by Straczynski's last week, is likely to buoy the spirits of the Babylon 5 faithful as development in the proposed Babylon 5 revival at the CW has been halted due to the WGA writer's strike, which we've talked about with late shows and all those things. Like this writer's strike
Buoy
affects
the
everything we
spirits
love.
of Babylon 5 faithful. Are there really that many of them?
I think there are, Travis. Like I said, I feel like all of these different space-related genres, like what was the there's another one that fucking people absolutely fucking loved, that had Jewel State and I'm blanking out on his name, Nathan Fillion.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to look that up. But like a lot of these shows like Babylon 5 and Star Trek and all this, they have a very hardcore fan base. They have people who absolutely love these things that are who are dedicated to them, and that's what they're talking about. These Babylon 5 faithfuls. There are people out there. There are probably more people out there than you'd think.
Is it a TV show?
Yes.
All right, let me see. Nathan Fillion, what you got?
Firefly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I never would have thought of that.
And Firefly ran for like 1 year or had like 1 or 2 seasons, but people absolutely fucking loved it. They thought it was the greatest fucking thing ever.
Yeah, I never would have guessed that. I forgot that show existed.
Yeah. So anyway, the Babylon 5 animated movie coming from Warner Brothers Animation, WB Home Entertainment, Straczynski tweeted, along with it. Why do white people have such weird fucking last names? Along with photos of the movie scripts, which he wrote, classic B5 raucous, heartfelt, nonstop, and a ton of fun through time and space, and a love letter to the fans. Movie title, release date, and other details coming 1 week from today. And just to be clear, this brand new original animated movie is already finished and in the can. So it's 100% real, happening, and coming out very soon.
Yeah. It's interesting. I'd like to know what very soon means, mostly because this writer strike is going to be a problem. And they know this is going to be a problem. So I'm wondering how much stuff they're kind of trying to space out a bit so they have more room and more time filled in. Because yeah, a lot of stuff that's already been written is good to go, but no rewrites are happening now. There's no like new stuff being written now. So it's just like, especially with TV, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, well, this article came out yesterday, so next Wednesday we should have the answer to your question about when. And he said this movie's already done. So the matter of how soon, unless, like you said, it's a matter of kind of spacing things out.
Yeah, that's what I'm more concerned about.
I mean, with the writer's strike and any production of a TV show on hold or whatever, I don't know if it really matters. You know, you want to give somebody something because they've been waiting for something else, so you drop it now so that, you know, give them a little bit of that release.
Yeah. It's interesting to know like how they're going to handle it, because I don't know if you remember the last writer strike, Matt. Those were dark times.
I do remember the last writer strike.
Yeah, those were some dark times, man. And there was so much reality TV, man. And it's just I blame the first writer strike for how much reality TV we have now.
Yeah, I can see that. And it affects, I mean, everything that we talk about, everything that we watch, is created, put together, and because of writers. If there weren't writers, none of the things that we enjoy, the movies, the television shows, all these great things on Disney Plus and Hulu and all of these other, you know, streaming services,
video
that
games,
keep us entertained, video games, wrestling.
Here's the thing about wrestling, though. Interesting enough, apparently the writers for WWE aren't in the WGA.
Really? Because I do remember that there was a writer's strike a while back that did affect WWE.
I specifically remember reading, because I've been looking at this writer strike for a while now, but I remember seeing something about how the WWE writers are not members of the WGA.
That also doesn't surprise me because fucking Vince.
Exactly.
But I mean, it affects everything that we enjoy, everything we watch, and these writers aren't being compensated fairly. You don't. I mean, there are award ceremonies, right? That say, "Oh, hey, you know, they give awards to writers for best screenplay, so on and so forth," right?
Mm-hmm.
But we as fans, we don't sit back and say, oh man, I love this show. The writer was so fantastic. We look at the actors and actresses and the people that portray the characters and read the lines and do the things that were written for them and convey the emotion in the words that they read, but not the people that actually wrote the words and set the scenes. And
about to say, and sometimes if you're lucky, you get credit if you're a director, but
yeah,
writer is usually behind all that. So
like, I love me some James Wan. I know James Wan because James Wan directed movies that he wrote, not because he wrote the movies.
Exactly. That's the same thing with Tarantino. Like, he sees himself and he kind of markets himself as a director, even though he wrote all those movies too.
Yeah. So the writers need fair compensation. I am 100% pro-union. I talked about that on Monday.
Yeah, confirmation here. I'm looking at this Deadline article. Nick Khan said it on Wednesday. Our writers are not members of the guild, so there's no effect on us whatsoever. Of course, they're supportive. Of course, we are supportive of the writers who are members of the guild and their efforts, and we are hopeful a deal can be reached between them and the other side in short order. Yeah, bullshit, but
we really support the people that we don't hire, and we really hope that they get the money that they deserve because we're not going to fucking pay
we're not paying them. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Get the all right, we got one last trailer to show to close out the show.
Okay.
I wasn't really sure how to incorporate this into the title, but this is probably a bigger piece of news if you are a fan of things that we have just been talking about. Most specifically, Dune, which was a novel, was made into a movie a while ago, like a long time ago, and is just been rebooted. And we got the first part. What was it? 2 years ago now?
I want to say it was last year because I remember watching it with Amani, and I'm pretty sure it was after she moved to Texas. So, yeah.
But we finally have a trailer for Dune Part 2.
I'm trying to remember where I was when I watched it, though. Actually, you might be right. It might have been 2 years ago. I think that was before I moved into that house. So it might have been 2021. 2 years ago. Yeah, it might have been.
I feel like it was 2 years ago. But let's check out the trailer for Dune 2, Part 2.
It's breathtaking. When you see sand here, imagine water. If you dive in, you can't reach the bottom.
You dive in?
Yes, it's called swimming.
I don't believe you.
In the shadows of Arrakis lie many secrets. But the darkest of them all may remain.
Is that Florence Poe?
What's that?
The end of House
Is that Florence Poe? Because I love this Florence Poe.
I don't know who that is.
She played Paige in Fighting With My Family.
Oh, yes, that is her.
Black Widow, yeah. Her. Love her. Batista?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I might actually really want to watch this now.
Have you ever had a dream about your first ride?
Yeah, get more Zendaya.
Don't try to impress anyone. You're brave, we all know that. Be simple. Be direct. Nothing fancy.
I understand. Nothing fancy.
You will never lose me, Paul Atreides.
We gave them something to hope for.
That's not hope! May thy knife chip and shatter.
Yep, Florence Poe. All right. So that actually looked really entertaining.
Yeah,
I was
yeah. So strangely enough for me though, I can't tell you what happened in the first one. I don't remember.
I was just gonna say that. I watched it, but I don't. Okay, so here's my relationship with Dune. I didn't even know it was a book until they made this part of it. I had a good friend back post high school when I moved out to Sterling, who kept telling me that Dune was one of his favorite movies. But me being me, I never actually went and sat down. We never watched it because it was a really long movie. It was I almost 3 or 4 hours, which was a long time back in the early 2000s, mid 2000s for a movie, because I think it was a multiple part series. But I never got into it. Then I heard this, and I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna check it out. And I watched the first Dune, the original, and I was very confused as to what was going on. It looked very dated. It didn't really draw me in. So then I watched part one, and I had a vague idea from watching the original of kind of what was going on. I enjoyed it, but I didn't love it. I wasn't sure if I was going to keep watching it. I love Florence Pugh. That is my current, and for quite a while now, biggest celebrity crush.
Okay.
I will watch anything she is in. And Kate knows this. Like, if I have a hall pass, that's who it's going to. Right? Plain and simple. And I don't really know why. I don't know what it is about her. But ever since I saw her in Fighting with My Family, and then Black Widow, and subsequently all of these other things, I didn't even really like Midsommar. I will watch it because she is in it. Like, it is what it is. When I saw her, and then you show me Dave Bautista, plus the action scenes and all of the cool shit that's going on, I am going to go back and I'm going to watch the first part to refresh myself so that I can get ready for this, because I want to see this now.
Mara doesn't remember what happened in part one either.
Nobody does. Nobody remembers what happened in part one. But I'm going to find out.
Part one came out October 22nd, 2021. So that's why I remember it being after Amadi had moved to Texas. She had just moved to Texas like a week before that.
I called it. So
maybe
I knew it was 2 years ago.
That. It was that month.
Year and a half, 2 years. I rounded up. But
yeah.
I'm down for that, Travis.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I'll have to watch part one again because there's no way I'm going to remember what's going on or who these people are. The only thing I remember about that movie is that there's a whole lot of desert and Zendayas in it.
You know what'll help you watch Dune?
What will help me watch Dune?
Dubby. Dubby is a clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or angst like other energy drinks, so you can have your full focus on the movie and pay attention to what's happening. They also have no maltodextrin fillers and don't use artificial dyes. Dubby contains the vitamins, amino acids, nootropic, and 150 milligrams caffeine. The product is made in the USA in an FDA-inspected facility that strictly adheres to GMP manufacturing guidelines. Dubby has handpicked what they believe to be the 10 most critical ingredients for focus and concentration. Dubby contains important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks simply don't have. Dubby uses Neurofactor, a patented all-natural coffee cherry extract to help fuel you. This ingredient is what gives Dubby its laser-focused and fast reflex effects, making it especially perfect for gamers. So whether you are trying to get caught up on Dune or you were staying up playing any of the games coming up that we just watched trailers for that you're excited to get into, or any of the ones that we talked about today, Dubby will fuel you. They disclose full ingredient amounts, and the product will never contain fillers or artificial dyes or colors. Dubby is also sugar-free, maltodextrin-free, and keto-friendly. So if you go to dubby.creationworld.com, use code Creation, receive 10% off your order today. Again, that is dubby.creationworld.com, and use code Creatia, Creatia. And that link is also
in the description.
You don't what? What don't?
I don't know what she's talking about, but
okay.
Probably still has something to do with Dune.
I think that's going to be it for today, Travis.
Sounds good to me.
On the bright side, I get to come back and do this all over again with you tomorrow.
Yeah. Making up for lost time. You got me twice in a week now.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. And as you know, if you've been watching the show, you already know that you can find us on Twitch and YouTube. But after the fact, after everything's said and done, our model rank is up, and it makes me so happy. You can go to pornhub.com/model/Creatia World. On top of that, we have 2 Pornhub exclusive videos from Creatia World that you can only watch there, and more coming soon. So you can either go watch the Texas Dildo Masquerade watch along, or the Evil Head watch along that we finally got up. It is there. It is available for you on Pornhub, and you can only find it there. So go show us some support over there and go check those things out.
She was saying that you don't have to watch the first part again. Like,
no, I do. I need to know.
But to say I have no idea what's happening. So all I remember is Zendaya's in the movie, and there was a whole lot of sand, like,
and something about princes and royalty.
See, I didn't even remember that.
Linktree/Creatia World, where you guys can get links to everything, whether it is the audio formats of our platforms, the YouTube that we already talked about, the Twitch that we already talked about, the Pornhub that I just talked about. Also a link to creatiaworld.com, where you can find out more about Travis. What's his favorite thing to eat? What does Mara, what is her bedtime routine? Does Vince brush his teeth 5 days a week? All of these things may or may not be found at
Just 5? There's 7 days a week.
I understand that. The only
so he doesn't brush on weekends. Is that what we're saying? Is that now canon? Vince doesn't brush on weekends? Okay, cool.
Could be. Might explain a few things. Creatiaworld.com is where you may or may not find out all these things, but the only way to know is to go there. And
I just realized what you meant.
That was a joke, though. That's not serious. You can also follow us on social media at Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at It's Creatia World, ITSCREATIA World. There you will be able to see posts to let you know when we go live if you don't have your notifications set. Also, you will be able to interact with Travis, Mara, Vince, and I all individually on either Instagram or Twitter. Also, my TikTok at Smacking It Raw. I am starting to post some more things there and then tagging Creatia World in it to link you to them. I've got some videos up of the bookshelf door that I built, as well as my Lego project. So go check that out. Facebook.com/Creatia World. It's probably the thing that we've had the longest. You can go there. You can watch us live there like you are on Twitch or YouTube. You can also go check out the groups, Facebook.com/group/Them Dragons, where we talk Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon, or Facebook.com/group/Smackin' Raw, where we talk wrestling, AEW, WWE, or whatever you want. So come join us there as well if you want a safe community to talk.
NWA for some reason, if you're into that. I don't know.
The only person that's into that is Will.
I mean, Impact has Trinity now, So.
Yeah, that's true. They do.
That's all they got, but they got her.
Travis, where can they find you?
Oh, they can find me on both Instagram and Twitter at Lord_Cussalott. That is at LORD_CUSSALOTT.
And you guys can follow me on Twitter only at Matt Ritter. That is at MATTRIDDER. And at Getting Off. If you are a horror fan, I have a Twitter for our horror podcast at Getting Off that I'm going to try and convince Travis to release audio for. Because why not? But right now, all of the video forms are available on YouTube and Pornhub. You can go check out everything we've done. We recently reviewed Evil Dead Rise. We also have a whole Evil Dead review available. Scream 6 is up, and we have more coming for you very soon. All last month was Evil Dead month from Getting Off, and Getting Off is the home right now of those two watch-alongs that I talked about on Pornhub with The Rack. So if you love you some Rack, there's more incentive to go check it out. I don't know who doesn't love The Rack, but I think that's it, Travis.
Yeah, that's it.
For Lord Cussalott, Travis Pointer, I am the patron saint of podcasting, the word Matt Ritter, and this has been your number one news source for all that nerdish on Pornhub.
Peace.